All right, so I want to go through a process that all of you should be doing. And I probably could do a whole full day, if not 2 days, just on all of your sales processes. But I want to leave you with the information, and then I'll post the worksheets online so you can actually go through this for your own business. So the whole point with sales, and we know this as real estate agents, that it's really a consultative process. There is no hard close. If you really serve your clients and you position yourself properly going into a buyer consult or a listing appointment, you're gonna get the sale if you truly serve them and it's the right appointment. So the best sale is no sale at all, right? So the goal of an optimized sales process is a responsive, confident customer who recognizes the value of your product and an inevitable sale. More often than not, selling is more convincing, cajoling, and struggling against resistance. Selling focuses on you and what you need. If you're thinking about what you need to do next to make the sale, you are not focused on the customer. And so a lot of that really helps us to be just present with our customers and kind of serving them versus, getting them along some path to help them, get to the next step in closing them. So think about your services from the customer's perspective. Give them what they need to make the purchase decision, and you won't have to sell. Typical selling focuses on short horizon in a single transaction. You want a relationship, and that's what customers want too. And so we really do want to maximize lifetime value. It's really easy to say that, but is our selling process actually focused on delivering an experience that they're going to appreciate and want to jump on and be a part of something bigger? So customers are made, not born. You'll create a customer every time you use a needs-based selling system or a consultative selling system that delivers the emotional impact and credibility your prospects need to be comfortable with their purchase. And anything related to purchase or product is, signing a buyer loyalty agreement or signing a listing agreement. That's where we secure our clients. That means they have to experience the sincerity of your intentions and believe what you say. You must really be focused on their needs. As I'm going through this, really start to think about your selling process, your agent's selling process, and if it's truly happening in that way. Your selling process speaks volumes about your intentions. If customers are pressured, pushed, or manipulated, they'll know your selling process serves you and not them. As crazy as it sounds, you have to become indifferent to the sale and focus instead on the process. Do the best job you can of accommodating your prospects' decision-making needs and let the chips fall where they may. If you've done your job well, you'll have communicated your intention to create a long-term relationship dedicated to satisfying your customers' needs. Bottom line, you will convert a high percentage of your leads to customers, to loyal buyer clients and active listings, and they'll know that you've made it your business to put their needs ahead of your own. All right, so where are you now? So there's two sales really that you want to consider, and I'll go over these in the worksheets here in a second. But first thing is to establish a baseline. So establishing a baseline is an important first step before you dive into innovating your sales process. Do not skip this step because it really helps you look at what you have and if you've ever really thought about it. I've done some thinking about our listing side, and I've, for the most part, adopted a buyer sort of sales process that I did since I first got into the business. And the answer is yes for us. There's something to do there. So my commitment is to go through this process with my team as well and kind of share what we find about our team in an effort to make it better. For me to get from 450 sides to 600 sides to 750 to 900 to 1200 in the next 4 or 5 years, it's going to come from optimizing what we have. Nothing more, I promise you. And it's this kind of work. Okay, let's look at how we're doing this now. Let's look how we're doing this now. What's our messaging? What's our lead gen messaging look like? When a freaking buyer, a buyer lead registers, what are we doing with that buyer lead, right? A forced registration on a Boomtown or Sync platform or any platform, it's not a lead. We're not actually serving that person. So another pitfall is the belief that it's impossible to systemize sales. People often say it's too individualized or too relationship skills or personality driven. So that's an absolute myth. Just as with other areas of your business, there are patterns of action and thought that repeat themselves over and over and over and over. There are patterns in how your customers act and think and how you or your people respond to prospective customers, some of which work better than others. By getting a clear picture of your current sales process, where it begins, where it ends, and the main steps in between, we'll begin to design an optimal sales process.